Hello, my friend. Welcome to my channel, where today we're going to talk about this handsome devil right here. This is a 2021 model. It's not sure if it's the best looking fighter in the world. But one thing's for certain. She's got more fans than just about any other plane out there. I think that's really important. Because at the end of the day, planes are metal tubes with wings and engines. And it's all about how you feel when you look at them. And this lady, they had that down pat. She was designed to go fast, be beautiful, and kick ass. Let's take a closer look. The first flight was back in July of 1974. That's 46 years ago. But before we get into that, let's rewind the clock even further, because this thing is a combination of two legendary aircraft. Back in the early 1960s, the U.S. Air Force wanted a new kind of fighter. Something with incredible speed and the ability to carry a lot of weight. So they turned to North American Aviation, who had already built some pretty incredible planes like the F-86 Sabre and the F-10, Super Sabre. Those were some mean machines back in the day. But this new plane would be something else. They needed a plane that could fly faster than the speed of sound and carry 4 tons of bombs or missiles. No joke. 4 freaking tons. Now, the Air Force had already developed the F-15, but that plane just wasn't cutting it. It could and carry enough fuel, and the range was just too short for what the Air Force had in mind. So they went back to the drawing board and came up with something truly special. A plane that was bigger and badder than anything they had ever built before. Now, back then, most planes were made out of metal. But this one would be made out of a composite material called carbon fiber. It was strong, lightweight, and would help the plane reach those incredible speeds without breaking apart. But that wasn't all. The plane also needed to be able to turn quickly and fly at low altitudes. For that, they turned to the F-16, another legendary fighter jet. But they didn't just copy the design. They took the best parts of it and combined them with the power of the F-15. The result was something truly amazing. For example, the F-16 became more advanced and could carry more weapons. Plus, the F-15 could fly farther and stay in the air longer. So the F-17 kind of got left in the middle. It was too big for close air combat, but not quite big enough for long-range missions. So in the end, only 21 of them were built, and none of them were ever used in combat. They just sat in storage until recently, when they were finally retired. In fact, the last F-17 was retired in 2019, after 45 years of service. Yeah, it's a sad story, but hey, at least we got to see this beautiful machine in action for a few years. And nowadays, you can find these beauties all over the world. In museums and air shows, they turn heads and make jaws drop. And if you're lucky enough to ride in one, you'll never forget it. The cockpit is spacious and comfortable, and when you fire up those engines, it's like nothing you've ever experienced before. It's loud, it's powerful, and it's just straight up exhilarating. Flying this plane must be a dream come true. Just imagine yourself behind the controls. The G's pushing you into your seat as you accelerate to Mach 2, and the wind screaming past you as you bank away from a dogfight. Now that's what I call living on the edge. It's no wonder why this plane has so many fans. It's fast, it's powerful, and it looks like a bat out of hell. Seriously, have you seen this thing in action? It's like watching a fighter jet from a sci-fi movie. It's the way it moves through the air is just mesmerizing. It's graceful, it's powerful, and it's just straight up badass. Oh, and did I mention it's also got a pretty impressive history? Yeah, this plane has been in more than its fair share of dogfights, and it's got the scars to prove it. But despite being shot at, this plane has never been down. It's not won. That's a pretty impressive record. And it's not just the plane itself that's impressive. The pilots who fly these things are some of the best in the game. They're highly trained professionals who know how to handle themselves in the cockpit. These pilots are the real-life version of Maverick from Top Gun and Goose. Well, maybe not exactly like Goose. You know what I mean? They're the ones who make this plane truly deadly. And let's not forget about the weapons. This plane can carry some serious firepower. Bombs, missiles, you name it. This plane can deliver it with deadly accuracy. It's no wonder why it's got such a fearsome reputation. The enemy knows that once this plane enters the airspace, things are about to get real ugly. I don't know about you, but I would not want to be the one on the receiving end of this plane's firepower. The plane has been involved in several wars and conflicts over the years. It's got a pretty impressive kill ratio. It's estimated that this plane has taken down more enemy planes than any other fighter jet. And that's not surprising considering how powerful and maneuverable this thing is. In close quarters combat, this plane is a real-life wire. It can turn on a dime and fire its weapons with pinpoint accuracy. The enemy just doesn't stand a chance. But it's not just in dogfights where this plane excels. It's also a pretty good bomber. The plane can carry a massive payload of bombs and missiles and deliver them to targets with deadly precision. It's no wonder why it's such a popular choice for air forces around the world. It's a plane that can do it all and do it better than just about anything else out there. You know, the F-15 might not be in production anymore, but that doesn't mean we won't see it in action for years to come. There are plenty of these beauties still flying, and they are still being used by several air forces around the world. And let's be honest, this plane is a legend. It's been around for decades, and it's been involved in some of the biggest conflicts of our time. But despite its age, this plane is still one of the most feared fighters out there. The enemy doesn't care if it's old or new. All they know is that this plane means business. So if you're lucky enough to see one of these planes flying overhead, take a moment to appreciate the history and the power that's flying above you. You're watching a true legend in action. And if you're a fan of aviation, you're going to love it. Yeah, the F-17 might not be the newest or the shiniest plane in the sky, but it's definitely one of the most badass. If you're a fan of fighter jets, then you're going to love this video. Check it out. Well, that's about it for me today, folks. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the skies. If you enjoyed this video, please do, and forget to like and subscribe, so you never miss out on any of our exciting adventures. Till next time, keep your eyes on the skies and your feet on the ground. See you later.